Hello again, beautiful people, and today, I have something else very, very beautiful for you to see. But don't worry, nothing is more beautiful than you. Remember that. So, first off, I want to thank Angel for sharing my video. Gotten a lot more viewers since you shared it, and I'm ready to keep pumping out the videos. So let's move on to, we have this video by Billy the Robo. Okay, strange anomaly in Russia. Why don't we just take in Reddit? Let's take a peek. So first off, we have this device here, this strange anomaly. He refers to it as, and he refers to it as a human Pokeball of the dead. Okay, very strange. He says this device randomly teleports to planet Earth every time it captures a human. Now he says here, the artifact is only triggered when a human is within 5 meters of it. Once triggered, the human will die instantly and drop like a fly. And then he says here, so why did I want to call it human Pokeball of the dead? Well, because it creates a copy of the killed human, but not a copy like you think. Around me, there are humans that it has killed. Don't you believe me? Mrs. Camera, it's your turn. I want to stop it right here real quick because we do know who Mrs. Camera is. We have heard of her in a YouTube comment. Here, this guy asked Billy, who is this taking the photos, and can I come to the backrooms with you and my friend? Billy replies, it's Mrs. Camera, and no, it's dangerous. So Mrs. Camera, he basically saying Mrs. Camera is Billy's cameraman. Possibly for all of his videos, maybe even for all of the Google Maps photos too. So let's just keep it moving now that we know who Mrs. Camera is. And so now Mrs. Camera makes it so that we can see all of these shadow people, right? And apparently these are the people that the anomaly has killed. And so Billy goes on to say, here are all the humans she could have killed so far. The first one is 500 years old by my estimation. The strange, somewhat nebulous copies don't move. They seem to be frozen in time. Moreover, they are not physically solid. A human can pass through them, and obviously he can not see anything with a simple human vision. So it seems that humans can't see these figures, but Mrs. Camera can. And you know, they look very dark, very similar to the shadow figures we've been seeing. For example, like in the forest location, you see this shadow figure. Now this actually makes sense, because if Mrs. Camera is Billy's cameraman, even in the Google Maps photos, it makes sense why we can see this shadowy figure, because as we've seen, Mrs. Camera can see them, humans can't. So now it seems like we have multiple shadow people, and there's this idea that these are copies of dead people, and that's very, very strange. So I want you to keep in mind, actually, this idea of copying people. It's going to be important in just a second. For now, I want to actually come back to this anomaly here, and if you notice, there's some kind of blue energy on the inside of it. And it uses specifically the word anomaly, which is very strange, because there is another video where Billy is actually being called an anomaly by another character, and he says, no, I'm not an anomaly. Very strange. It is a very specific use of wording, and I think it actually is important here. So let's move on to the next video. This video was brought to my attention by RexStorm54 on Discord. Thank you, sir. And it's actually a channel that seems to be associated with Billy, and there's this video on it. It's like a Minecraft animation, but in this video we see a Minecraft character who then goes and uses some sort of blue energy to then create Billy. And here you can see this weird orb of energy. It's a very similar color to the anomaly Billy was showing us just moments ago. And you see this blue energy becomes Billy. And so that makes me think that if this blue energy was in the anomaly Billy was talking about, and this blue energy is also in Billy, is Billy actually an anomaly? I don't know. I'm just guesstimating here. And so now you see that these two characters, they're actually like friends, and they're journeying across the universes as Billy's talked about many times before. And so you see they're in like Peach's castle. Here they're in like Among Us land. Like, it's, I don't know. So I guess this Minecraft character is actually Billy's friend, who he has talked about before. So here you actually see on the screen, the text at the bottom says General. I guess that's a translation, and they're saying that this character is General. And right here you see, here he is harnessing this blue power again, this blue energy, and it looks very menacing with this whole full team of 6 Avengers, Super Smash Bros, right? But then this happens. So here we see our Minecraft character hanging in this room, and surrounding him is a whole bunch of dead bodies, and they're copies of him. So now we're seeing this blue energy that was in the first anomaly that Billy showed us. It said it killed people, and it would make copies of them, and they'd become shadow people. Here we see a lot of these copies of the one person, and he's dead, and he was harnessing this blue power just moments ago. Is it possible that something went wrong here? Is it possible someone turned on him? I don't know. Also, the fact that he's hanging from a noose is very interesting, because if you remember, in my video yesterday where I decoded another hex code, in that frame there is this weird creature hanging from the noose, and there was a whole bunch of text spewing out of his mouth. It was very creepy. Is this the same person? They don't look the same, but it could be a representation. So why don't we actually go ahead and look at the text that was coming out of this creature's mouth. When we translated it, the text coming out of his mouth says, "Who is he if he's not above?" I'm not sure what that means, but if you look at what was written in the captions, hurt, pain alone. Now, the character hanging certainly seems pretty, that seems to fit how he's feeling. And the last one that actually mentioned the pit of the dead, which was the big background text in this same image, we actually got a better translation. Thank you to Nerve Hammer 1 on Discord. So let's read this one out. The little girl helped him when she was no longer there. Why didn't she end up in the dead room or in the grave? I don't know. Stop talking. Look at. We have to minimize her. Pain, 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 pain. No, it must not sound. So it's a little different than what we had translated before. There's always some variability in this, but the important part is it's talking about the dead room. And could this be the dead room? Being that it's from the same frame, and this has this character hanging from a noose, and we also see this character hanging from a noose in this video, I think this is the dead room we've been hearing about. So now if we actually go back to the hex code that was found in the Santa video, once translated, it said, "Why did you lock the little girl in the room of the dead? She cries. She's annoying. That's not a reason. Get it out of here if you don't want to end up finishing deep down too." So is it possible that this is a conversation between Billy and the Minecraft character? I don't know. But either way, it's talking about the room of the dead again. And I think this is the room of the dead. And the fact that it's a noose means it could also be talking about the rope from hell video, which the room looks different and the chair is different. But what if it's the same location? Is it just similar locations? Are there multiple locations with nooses hanging from ceilings? Are these all rooms of the dead? I don't know. There's a lot of clues now. I think there's enough that we can start putting something together. I'm gonna ask you guys to put your minds to it, because mine isn't as big. Now, there's also this quote from the video about the house, the building in the forest, and the hex code translates to so many deaths. Going back is impossible. He is still sleeping. His place is taken by him. It isn't his turn yet, so why? The one at the bottom can't climb back. Everything is his fault. He is dangerous. I wonder if they're talking about the Minecraft character. Is he the dangerous one? Is he the one who's taken the place, or his place is being taken, and that's why he's now in the pit, in the room of the dead? I don't know. There's really, guys, in the comments, tell me what you think. If you can figure something out here, tell me. Let me know. So I'll leave you with this last one thing. Is actually at the end of the Russian Anomaly video, we find a whole bunch of frames flashing hex codes, lines. So let's just go ahead and look at these. So it flashes these frames here, and it's actually turned out to be a map. So some of the lovely Discord people have stitched this together for us, and here's the map in its entirety. Now in the top left corner of the map, we have some numbers: 2027. Some people speculating maybe it's talking about March 27th, but what would the first 20 mean? We don't know, but this is the latest clue for you. And here's what the hex codes actually have been decoded. So here's what they say. So first off, we got NPC here. He decoded the bottom right hex code. So thank you, NPC from Discord. It says, I have a lot of toys. I love them all. The villain is not there. He's no longer there. I don't want to see him. I'm afraid. I love through the hole. I hear the villain. Why are they all going there? I don't know what that means, guys, but that's that one. And second decoded hex code, it says the extinguished pileup. It says the extinguished pileup, but some end up disappearing completely. I won't end there because I am useful. Is this really the case for others? So I leave you with that, guys. Here are some leads. Go searching, man. The search must continue. This is huge. There's more to find. There's a story. I'm loving it. And wowee. See you later.